Okay guys, welcome back for part 2, and what we're going to do is start shifting this onto our YouTube background. Just before I do that, I wanted to actually possibly add something else to this, and let me see if I can do it. Now basically I wanted to add a nice fade from halfway going up, and possibly just make sure it's the background, so it's trying to keep these colours. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to be doing this the best way that I can. Not too sure how I'm going to approach this. So I'm going to go ahead and create a mask. And oh, it's been a little bit slow. 1 second. Okay, so that's applied the mask now. And I think I'm going to use the pen tool. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this layer by Control J. I'm going to minimize the top one. Going to select the top one, the bottom one, and select the mask, and select our elliptical marquee tool, and just select about that. Press Control I to invert, and I'm going to want to save the bottom half, so I'm going to press and hold Shift and then draw the rest that way. Actually, I'm going to want to take it away, aren't I? Like so. Okay, and I'm going to want to press Delete, and going to want to Control Shift I to invert again. Going to select Modify and expand by 30 pixels. Going to select our high spot with our mask tool selected. Going to just press Delete, and then with our gradient tool just drag down like so. Till I get a happy kind of amount going there. Okay, that will do. One thing I'm not really happy about is how much is being selected, so I'm just going to go up and try that again. Oh, just trying to make sure it's even. That'll do. That will do nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and press Control E, apply, and there we go. Now we've got our logo. Just notice though, if I press Control Z and go back, and I'm going to just go ahead and sort this out. It's actually lost some of its reflection. And let me see if I can go ahead and get that back. Even if it's not that much, it'll be fine. I think I've cropped too much off, but there we go, that'll be fine. Now the reason that I've done this is because now when I change the colour, which I'm not going to, but as you can see, the gradient in the text actually changes along with it. So as you can tell, it looks pretty good on all colours, which is what you want for a logo. You don't want to add too many colours, you want the colour to work well with everything. And as you can tell, it works really well with everything. So that's good. So we've got our logo. So again, I'm just going to drop that, apply. So now we've got our logo. We're going to go over to our YouTube page. I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in right there. And I'm going to make a few duplicates. So I'm press Control J, and then we've got a duplicate. I'm going to press Control T and holding Shift, and with my cursor on the outside in the corner, my cursor will change, and then I can rotate it. Just going to shift it over, and then probably going to scale it down a little bit, like so. Okay, so there we go, we've got our logo there, like so. And also I'm probably going to try to keep the little guy as just like a little logo, so I'm going to go ahead and delete everything around him. Probably keep his shadow, which I'll zoom in so you can see. There we go. So I'm just go ahead and remove all of this, like so. So now all we have left is our little dude, like so. I apologise, I keep saying like so quite a lot. And now we're going to just position him somewhere. I mean, we can position him anywhere. An interesting spot would to be having him on the end like so. And I said like so again. That's quite tiring. So obviously you just want to mess about a little bit. Just try it here and there, see what works, what doesn't. So if I make a layer 1 normal, and then we can see it properly, I'm going to use our rulers, which is Control R to bring it up, and then click on the ruler and just drag to where you want. And I'm going to select the out borders of the tutorial, and then I'm going to start marking off some important locations like the video, and then this bit up here, and then we're just going to go ahead and turn this off. So now we're left with our blue lines. If you're working on a blue background and you can't see, go ahead to Edit, Preferences, and go to Units and Rulers. I do believe it's in. No, it's not. It's Guides, Grid, Slices, and Count. Go to our guides, and we're just going to go ahead and select red. Click OK. Now, as you can see, it stands out a lot better. So now with that being done, I'm just going to go ahead and move some stuff a little bit more. And there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and make a gradient slightly darker at the top. And this can be applied to anything really, guys. I mean, it's, you know, up to you. And as you can see, my logo is still standing out really well with that being done. I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer. Always make a new layer for everything. Just going to go ahead and make a darker offset for the text to stand on. See, it's totally black at the moment. We're going to make that opacity down to 10%. So it's a nice inset. If you want to, you can go ahead and create some lines. So by that I will show you what that means. Make a selection like so, and we're going to select our white, and then we're going to select gradient tool. Make sure you've got transparent to foreground, or whatever it's called. I believe it is that. And we're going to just make a selection, holding shift, just to draw it all the way down. Make sure you're on a new layer, not the same layer. Again, make the selection, draw down. Select your Mark U tool, and then just press on the arrow across one, and then press delete. Now if you zoom in and get rid of the guides by pressing Control and then the semicolon, as you can see, we've got our line there, which is very cool. So that can be used there. And we're also going to copy. Not too sure if I can make that any thinner. Yes, I can. I'm going to go ahead and make that thinner. So bring back our Mark U tool. If you have to, press Control Alt and Z to make multiple steps back. Zoom in to our line, and then go ahead and do it one more time. As you can see, it makes quite a nice line. I'm going to go ahead and select Soft Light, and then we're going to duplicate. You can right click duplicate, or you can press Control J, hold Shift and drag it across until it lines up like so. Probably move our logo out a little bit more. And now I'm going to I'm going to bring up my guides again, Control and semicolon, and going to make the top bit slightly different. So I'm going to select the top half, going to select our black gradient, and then I'm just going to drag up so it's got a nice indent. I'm going to make that indent to overlay. Nope, that looks horrible. Again, I made the same mistake. Press Control Z if you've made it on the same layer as the logo. Silly me. Select soft light, that looks alright. This also again depends on what colours you're using. Since I'm using greens, I'm having different effects. Also, it depends on the different colour green you're going to have. If you want, just mess about with it until you get what you like. I just want a nice offset colour. So we're going to go check on our YouTube that it sits in. As you can see, the top bit there, it will sit nicely within that. Okay, so far so good. Now we're going to want to make. Do you know what? I think I might offset the background bit a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our logo. Again, if you name them, that's even better. Luckily, I know which ones are mine, so I'm going to move that a little bit more. I'm going to grab our line, move out, and then our right line, move out. Then grab our background color. Shift that out a little bit more. Probably make that a little bit darker so it stands out a little bit more. There we go. And move the left hand side line in so it lines up. Perfect. So there we go. As we can see, it all fits in nicely. And now, possibly to get a little bit more creative, I'm going to going to go ahead. It's going to take quite a lot of moving about. Sometimes you're going to want to change it. I'll move this down a little bit further, and then I'm going to start fleshing out some of this. I'm going to fast forward it, and so that way you can see it all be done quickly. Otherwise it's going to go over the limit, so I'm going to go ahead and start from now. So okay guys, so as you can see, basically what I've done is added a nice little my profile bit here, and I've separated it off, so as you can see it will sit nicely within inside there, and the rest will sit there quite nicely. And I'm just going to go ahead and start doing the rest for this side as well, but I probably won't make it as fancy. Okay, 1 second, be right back. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave this off here for the second part, and I'll see you on the third part. So far as you can see, we've got this far, but when you come back we'll get a little bit further. Thanks for watching guys, bye.